Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Asari Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Nityananda, 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 Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Nityananda. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Very good. May my Lord ever be victorious. May my Lord ever be victorious. Whose potencies, may my Lord, and that's Lord Chaitanya, may my Lord Chaitanya, may my Lord Chaitanya be ever victorious. Whose potencies are immense and immaculate. Whose potencies are immense and immaculate. May my Lord Chaitanya be, may my Lord be victorious, whose potencies are immense and immaculate, whose luster is glittering golden, whose luster is glittering golden, whose eyes are as wide as petals of a lotus, and whose beautiful arms extend down to his excellent knees, and who magnificently distributes the myriad mellows of devotion while delightfully dancing. and who munificently distributes the
Thanks for using.
myriad mellows of devotion while delightfully dancing. It is that very son of Jagannath who is the creator and protector of the universes, and the destroyer of the material miseries, and the destroyer of the universal miseries. Being fully sense controlled and all pervading, he is able to give mankind protection in this age of Kali. Taking birth in the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi, he takes away the burden of this age and brings the process of pure devotion to himself. It is that very son of Jagannath who is the creator and protector of the universes and the destroyer of the universal miseries. Being fully sense controlled and all pervading, he is able to give mankind protection in this age of Kali. He is able to give mankind protection in this age of Kali. Taking birth in the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi, he takes away the burden of this age and brings the process of pure devotion to himself. Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. He is the destroyer of the universal miseries. He is the destroyer of the universal miseries. He is the destroyer of the universal miseries. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. It is that very son of Jagannath who is the creator and protector of the universes, who is the creator and protector of the universes and the destroyer of the universal miseries. Being fully sense controlled and all pervading, he is able to give mankind protection in this age of Kali. Being all pervading and sense controlled, he is able to give protection to mankind in this age of Kali. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. There she is, Hare Krishna there. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, because she got her big ears on, so she can hear really well. Hare Krishna, hero chanting. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. He is able to give mankind protection in this age of Kali. He takes away the burden of this age. He takes away the burden of this age. He takes away the burden of this age. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. He takes away the burden of this age. He takes away the burden of this age and brings about and brings the process of pure devotion to himself. It brings the process of pure devotion to himself. It brings the process of pure devotion to himself. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He takes away the burden of this age and brings about and brings the process of pure devotion to himself. Brings the process. Sahi Jagannath Sutta, son of Jagannath Mishra, the protector of the cosmos, the origin of the cosmos, Jagat Adi, the origin of the cosmos, the protector of the cosmos, the origin of the cosmos, the protector of the cosmos. Jagannath Artiha, who destroys the ills of the cosmos, who destroys the ills of the cosmos. That's amazing. Destroys the ills, all pervading and self-controlled. Hali Pata, protector of the age of Kali. Kali Bada Haraka, taker of the burden of the age of quarrel. Be the protector of the cosmos. The protector of the cosmos. He's the protector. Take away the burden. Why this verse is so deep, so profound. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. the protector of the age of Kali. Kali Bada Harika, taker of the burden of the age of Kali. Ajani takes birth. Sachiyam, in the womb of Sachi Devi. Nija Om, Bhakti devotion. Uddavayam, bears. Devotion, bears. Taker of the burden of the age of the world. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. He Jagannath, Shri Sutta Son, Jagannath, the protector of the cosmos, the origin of the cosmos, who destroys the ills of the cosmos. Isn't that interesting? He destroys the ills. He's the creator of the cosmos and the protector of the cosmos. And how does he do it? He's the protector of the cosmos and the destroyer of the burden of the cosmos. So what is that burden? In Bhagavatam it says that Mother Earth can bear every burden except the sin of a liar. What is the burden on this earth? It's the last leg. See, that's why Kali is the last. It's the last part, because even truth is trying to be destroyed, and it's the biggest burden on the earth. Is lies, deception, deceit. And what do we see? The biggest burden now is what? Lies, deception, and deceit. See? And so how does the Lord is the protector of the cosmos. See? So like in the verse here, he's a protector of the cosmos. And the destroyer, who is the creator and protector of the universe and the destroyer of the universal miseries. So these universal miseries, everybody is under these. Whoever is here, whether you're demigods or demons, or man, being controlled by the demigods and the demons. The universal miseries here, miseries caused by other living entities, even these controllers, the sub-controllers in the world, they are working under the modes of nature. Even they have miseries. They have fear, anxieties. And when the demigods are attacked by the demons, they have fear and anxieties. So the Lord destroys those. See, this is why he left his names. This Lord, he was born in the womb of Sachi Devi. See, a devotee, born in the belly, then comes out. See, comes out into the world. See, for manifestation, so that we can see. So we can see this Lord. Can learn from this Lord, right? Talk to us, taught his devotees. The process of devotion to himself. Who is he? He's that Lord that, we're all inside, like Bhagavad. We're all in that Lord, but he's not in us. He's not in the world. We're all in the world. We're all in him, but he's not in us. As he comes so he can teach us the process of being in him. So he can destroy our miseries. What's the problem with that? He just wants to destroy the miseries of the world. So that's why the most intelligent people pick up on this teaching of Lord Chaitanya, this teachings of the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. They're the ones who are reaping the benefit of that protection, right? They're under the shelter of Lord Chaitanya. That's Guru, man. Are you under the shelter and protection of Lord Chaitanya? Do you really have it? Like Lord Chaitanya met Tattvadis. these Tattvadis. And they were like you see in like these groups, like ISKCON and all this. And they have faith in the name. See? But they don't have faith in the devotion. You notice? That we're the proof of that. They don't have faith in what we're doing. They have faith in the name. So Lord Chaitanya met people like that. And they had faith in what? Varnashram Dharma. They had faith in rules, regulations, and regulative devotion service. But they didn't have faith in devotion. Even though they may say, oh yeah, devotion, blah, they did a lot of talk. But if they would see it like it was seen in Lord Chaitanya, they didn't have faith in it. Matter of fact, they wanted to instruct him. A person, see, and so he said, the only thing I see about your sampradaya that has merit is you have faith in the name. See? But they didn't have faith in the devotion. They didn't know about it. See? The symptoms weren't there. So he brought it. See? He brought it. So the Lord has brought this process of devotion to himself. Is that a false ego thing? No. Well, he's the man then, just like the real guru, they're the man in this world. What are you going to do? The real devotees are the ones we need. If you meet a living one that has real devotion, this pure devotion awakened, hey man, they're the man or woman. They're the ones that are going to teach us this process. Obviously, nobody knows very clearly. They're all teaching, they have faith in the name only. Worshiping the name. As soon as they see real devotion, they run away or criticize. It shows you how the Lord has to appear, and he has to appear again through his devotees. See, from the womb of the devotees, has to come out, be born into the world. How? By preaching the vibration. And whoever develops faith, see, it all starts with faith. Yeah, if you don't have faith in this preaching, I see it all the time. I'm sitting here preaching, and those who have faith in it, they become ecstatic. Why? Because I'm preaching about Lord Chaitanya, taking shelter of that. And those who don't, even in our Sangha, they don't have faith in it, miserable. I'm just miserable, man. Miserable. Well, what can you do, man? You got no faith in the preaching. It all begins with faith. Been around long enough, still hasn't developed faith. Well, I don't know. See what happens, man. It's all about faith. Faith in something. You don't have faith in these devotees chanting in ecstasy. What is this? That's all it is faith. They just have faith, and you don't, and that's why it doesn't work. It's very simple. A person doesn't have faith, it doesn't work. Why should anything work if you don't have faith in the process? You can see Lord Chaitanya taught Krishna conscious beings with faith in the devotees, what they do, faith in what they bring, faith in their fruits, the fruit of bhakti, faith that this is a destroyer of universal miseries. What, you don't see people happy here that are getting Lord Chaitanya's destroying their universal miseries that everybody has, destroying their fear, destroying their unhappiness, destroying their ignorance, destroying their bondage, destroying their chains. Oh, you don't have faith in that? Well, I don't know what can be done, man. All I can do is say, hey, man, it's not very smart. Why not have faith in something that works? I mean, especially when you're miserable. You have something, you give you like a medicine. Just take the friggin' medicine, man. Take it with some faith. You go to a doctor, they say have medicine, right? You take it in faith, hopefully. And the problem is in the world, everybody's cheating, everybody, especially now. Man, what a burden the earth has. How is this burden going to be destroyed? Can you imagine all the lies and deceptions here, and the killing and all that? What's going to take this burden off? Can you imagine what Mother Earth feels? She feels like we feel. We pick up that big burden. You feel that burden. But who lifts it off? We take shelter, Lord Chaitanya, and teach that in the world. Take shelter. Okay, that's fine. You take shelter. People who believe in his name. They believe in Radha and Krishna's name. Now take it to the next stage. Believe in those devotees who not only believe in the name of God, but believe in the devotion of the Lord. Believe in that is what really takes the burdens off. Otherwise, it's not strong enough just to be on that level. You can see they're even getting overrun by the burdens, man. They get into the fear. They got to put their little mask on. They got to take their shots. They believe in the deception, the burden. See, so they're burdened. Yeah. So the Lord takes away the burden, not people, not these people, the demons. They have faith in demons. See, even this is the problem in religion. This is the great falling away. Is the falling away is you really don't have strong enough faith in the truth. You need the full truth. See, the full truth is the name of God, man, his pastimes, his qualities, the Bible, the Vedas. And you need faith in that spirit that Lord Jesus Christ brought, the Holy Spirit. Then you need faith now. Lord Chaitanya made it even more clear. The spirit of devotion, love for God. You need to get it in the cyclic line. Then your burdens will be taken off. Otherwise, just faith in the name, you're going to be taken down by the ignorance and stupidity of the world. It's devotion that reveals all of that, isn't it? Isn't that why Prabhupada could even understand his godbrother's, predicament? Because these guys are not over the false ego. Why? Because they didn't have real devotion like he did. Pure devotion. This is very rare. And you get it. You have to go in the line and get it sincerely, from wanting that. Otherwise, it's like Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta. They had all these disciples. There was no room for a message like this. Here we tell you the value of devotion, the importance of it, like Lord Chaitanya did. This is the confidential message of the Vedas. This will destroy everybody's universal miseries. You get it from those who have faith to the point of devotion in this real process. Otherwise, your miseries won't go. Proof of it is just put your hand over your heart and just say, how do you feel, man? Do you feel protection? Do you feel this closeness with that Lord that is beyond this world? Is he taking shelter in your temple? Is he giving you that shelter? That's why you get it. You got to get it in line in people who are whole, not crippled. Whole persons carry this. They're whole in the name and the devotion of God. It's that simple, man. You develop faith in those devotees simply because they have real devotion and faith in the name. And they're not miserable. You look at them, they're not miserable, man. You can't even ask them, how you doing today? How am I doing? How can I not be doing fantastic when I have, the feeling of the taste for the name and the feeling of bhakti awakened in my? How can you not? What a ludicrous question. That you ask to people that are under the modes of nature. How are you feeling today? How are you today? Well, today, I don't know. I'm miserable because the universal miseries are really impinging on me. How are you today? Oh, well, I'm a little better. I'm feeling a little happy today. I got a lot of sense gratification and everything. I met my wife and my child. I'm really happy. And then I really said, the next day. See, those questions you ask people like that. Don't ask question, how are you today, to a person who is chanting in ecstasy and has a close relationship with God. I mean, if they're really deep into it. If you're not, you might flip-flop back and forth. But gradually, it'll always be like, all I do is take shelter of the Lord and everything's cool, everything's wonderful. Everything's perfect, everything's blissful, everything's rapturous and ecstatic. Yeah. Yeah, as long as my Lord is with me, everything's fine. Everything's wonderful. He'll be with me forever because I ain't going. I'm not leaving this Lord. He's too good. It's the best. It's the best catch I ever found. You ever see how women talk about a man? Best catch. You have a good catch or a bad catch. Well, when you get God, man, He's the best catch you're ever going to get, man. Don't let that one go. You hold on, He'll hold on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. Faith, so if you're trying to figure out what the problem is, it's faith. It's always a faith thing. Yeah. Just faith in the process. The process, it goes very fast here. Faith in devotional service, and you do bhajan and kriya, so you chanting Hare Krishna, faith in devotees, faith, yeah, and then you progress. Otherwise, there's no progress. That's why, Prabhupada said, if you don't have a spiritual master, now what it means is, if you don't have faith in the real spiritual master, you can't make any progress. And proof is your own experience. If you don't have faith in what I'm teaching here and how I'm teaching and the experience I'm getting and the other devotees are getting, well, you won't make any real progress until you do. You'll just sit there and hover. Your universal miseries won't be destroyed until that faith is there. That's the foundation of everything. Faith in devotees. Look at the person who wrote this verse. See, this is Murari. Was it Murari Gupta? He was a devotee. He saw Lord Chaitanya. He saw how this works. His universal miseries were destroyed by faith in Lord Chaitanya, faith in his devotional ecstasy. See, that's why you got to meet a devotee again. You got to see their devotion. And then you got the chance. Oh, do I believe in this devotion? Well, he believed in the devotion of Lord Chaitanya. He believed in the devotion that these other devotees got too. Therefore, he could write a verse because his universal miseries were destroyed. He saw, this is the effect of faith in a personality who has devotion to Krishna. It worked for him, worked for others. See? He achieved wholeness. See, wholeness is faith in the transcendental name. See, transcendental name. That name, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, is transcendental. Krishna, Radha. And faith and devotion achieve. That's wholeness. That's complete. And that's enlightenment on the highest level. That's better than the enlightenment that a Buddhist is sitting in a cave trying to achieve. Some of them are in caves now trying to achieve enlightenment, or they're in some kind of samadhi. But that's not the same as the gift of the Lord. That's given as a gift in Kali Yuga to people who can't even do that. And even if you do that, you won't get this that's being given in this Sangha. Even if you're a Radha Nath or a Jaipataka, you won't get what's given in this Sangha because you're like the Tattavadis. You have just faith in Krishna's name, but you don't have faith in his devotion. We're here to manifest the devotion to show, hey man, let's complete the process. Otherwise, you're not complete, man. Your miseries won't be destroyed. Only this devotion destroys the universal miseries. Only this devotion bestows real happiness. I mean, real happiness. Or otherwise, you just got a sliver following these rules, regulations, and ceremony. I've seen it, man. I've seen the biggest gurus in Narayan only have slivers of happiness, and they promote that, tout that as the highest thing. And they're only getting the sliver. They don't have this, man. They can't they even tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I wiped my tear off, man, because I can't show you. I don't have the strength to do that. I don't have the realization to do that. I don't have the order to do that. See, we do. Yeah, all the symptoms of what that verse is, man. They are universal. If you're really in this and you have faith in this preaching from this person here, and your ecstasy is awakened like that, because what is Krishna saying? Hey, you see, you have faith in my real representative here. What are you going to get? What he preaches, what he says, what he promises. Because I speak through those mouths, those kinds of persons. They're the thus saith the Lord type. You just get a modern day version of thus say. They don't have to say thus saith the Lord. The Lord just says and does and acts. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a faith deal, man. If you get convinced in your heart, wow, man, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm one out, man. Even you don't even have to have full faith. Just a little bit of logic, man. Like, hey man, look at this river, man. Why is she so happy? Why is she, satisfied in her heart about all these things? Why? Why? What's going on with her? Well, she has faith in this process, faith in the Guru's words. Yeah. And the Lord is showing the result of faith in the words of a real representative of the spiritual world. I'm not of this world. Just like any real guru, if you can't say I'm not of this world, then step aside. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm not of this world. I don't. I've been changed. I'm here to convert others and change them into real devotees. That's my work here, given to me by Prabhupada. I'm not of this world. No, I would never say that. Yeah, well, you better say that if you're a real guru, man. People better see that you are not, and prove it, man. Prove that you can multiply their food and feed 5,000 people on your word, because that's the real food. Keep people alive on real life, man. Real spiritual potency and energy and words and feelings. That's sadhu sangha, man. Yeah. What do you think it's all about, man? It's all about that. That's why, you see Janaki listening all day, saying, this is my life. See, faith. Ask anybody who's ecstatic here. Why are you ecstatic? Faith. Faith in this process, faith in the devotees. That's all it is. What else, What causes misery? Faith. Did you know that? Faith. Faith in what? Faith in faithlessness. Faith in faithless persons like Fauci's and Bill Gates and Trump's and all that, who don't have faith in the process of the universal destroyer of miseries, Lord Chaitanya. Oh, well, maybe somebody, like say maybe Trump has a little faith in Jesus Christ. Okay, that's good. But people are miserable who don't have faith in transcendental personalities that come here. Oh, you're very unfortunate. You'll be under the burden. See, that's why these people, I see atheists. I had an old friend I saw on Facebook. Well, not friend, acquaintance. And she's as faithless in God as she was when I met her. A miserable look on her face. And a Trump hater. Oh, I hate Trump. They're all like that. See, they come under the ones who are the burdening the earth. They're working a lot through the Democrats, demolition. See, they're the demolition team. See, the Lord is the creator and destroyer. He's the ultimate sanctioner. Yeah, yeah. So the burden of Kali Yuga is lies, cheating, and deception, right? Isn't it? Isn't that what Kali Yuga is all about? Isn't that why people are so miserable? I talked to a person yesterday who came from Canada. He's also a guy, also faithless in a sense. But I talked to him, and I just had a cordial conversation. And I said, "How's it going in Canada?" "Oh, miserable, man. Can't go anywhere. Everything's closed. Oh, yeah. See, miserable. He gets a little relief here, but he's still miserable here because I've always seen this nice attitude. And I said, "Did you take the?" "Oh yeah, of course." Oh, I see. Yeah, a lot of people like that. Yeah, they admit, yeah, it's miserable and everything. Yeah, yeah, but you have faith in. Oh, yeah, yeah. Faith in the leaders too. Still faith in. Oh, yeah, faith in the Democrats and all this. Okay, you want to have faith. I don't. Personally, I observe. I look. Okay, there's a demons. They're demon Democrats. Isn't it funny? Demon demo. Is that a little hint from God? Democrat, demon. What the heck is, how are people so stupid, man? They're the demolition team. They destroy. Of course, it's the Lord's order, but the Lord would like, hey, man, hey, you want to get free of that demolition team? You want to not be affected by their bombs so much? Maybe your body will, but not your spirit. Spirits will be high, higher than a kite, even higher than a kite can go. And you won't even you say, "Oh, the demolition team." It's like you see bombs going. Oh yeah, the bombs are going off, right? The bomb squads out there. The bombers are out there. That's the Democrats. Man. Yeah, bombing away, man. Destroying everything, censoring. One way Jose. Hey, it's fine. It's part of the demolition team. But we know the medicine. Anybody interested? Anybody listening out there? Anybody out there in ISKCON or Gaudi Smee, Gaudi Mat wants your misery? I know you're not happy. I know it. You can't be happy. You're doing ceremonies and rituals, and I know you're feeling this pinch of this Kali Yuga. You got to have real devotion, not just a bunch of talk and baloney. False promises that don't. Well, oh yeah. Well, there is one promise will come. You will not get prema in that sangha, in the Ryan Maharaj sangha, for many lifetimes because your guru told you so. If you wanted in this lifetime, you need to move on to more deeper shiksha now, here. Because if you develop faith in this word and this ecstasy here, very quickly, you're going to get your universal miseries destroyed by devotion. Have faith in the witness program here. These are witnesses. They're the prototypes. They're the planes that fly and haven't crashed. You ever see those paper airplanes? You make a nice one and you throw it, it flies well. And if it catches the wind and stays in the wind, like here, just stay in the wind of the word, man. And that plane just keeps going, man. As soon as they get out of the wind of the sadhu sangha, they crash and burn, right? Stay in the wind, man. And that plane is made nicely under Lord Chaitanya's real shelter. It's crafted nicely. Just stay in the wind of the word, man. And it'll just stay in the. You ever see these hang gliders? They go up in the wind, stay up. They just keep staying up there. There's always these whirlpools. Isn't it funny? We read about the whirlpools. See, the devotees, they're in the whirlpools, man, this ecstatic devotion. And they're just taken up. See, that's the rapture. You want to be raptured? Come here, man. Look, she's in the whirlpool, man. Take her up, man. Lord, take her up. How are we doing, Janaki? Is this okay? Are we doing all right? Is this better than your old guru's class? And these verses are fantastic, man. See, they're written by real devotees, man. That's why my job, I'm not here to write them so much. I like to speak them. I like to taste them. I like to taste the wine that's been, the things have been in the casket for 550 years, mellowing out. See, now it's time to open the cask. The wines are in casks, which is called casket. It's kind of it's in a what do you call it, in a box, a bottle. Here's time done. Boop. Hey, when you want to have champagne, you uncork the bottle, right? And then we're drinking it. Oh, fine wine. Oh yeah, it's been mellowing for 550 years. Nobody's been really looking at that verse, or they can't be. They look at it, but they don't see it. They don't taste it. Like Karuna says, why can't you just let the other devotees preach? What are you talking? Other devotees? What other devotees are here? We're just preaching, making clear. The whole point is of a real Vaishnava who has got the feeling, the devotion, is they like to magnify, clarify, so that people can understand what they can't read and understand. Yeah. And brings the process of pure devotion to himself. See the process. What is that process? Sadhu Sangha. It's not that hard. Just be around devotees who have the spirit of devotion. That's what Jesus' disciples taught. Just come with us. Become part of this. And you'll get the Holy Spirit also of devotion. Okay, that's what it's about. That's proof it wasn't in these other sanghas. It wasn't being given. It wasn't being given in Narayan Raj Sangha because they didn't get this. They got knowledge. Knowledge beach, knowledge to be a scholar and to be a Brahmin and to be a renunciate and to show, look at me, I can chant 1 lakh a day, and look at me, I can follow all these rules. Look at me, I don't eat tomatoes or whatever they don't eat. I'm a non-eater. You get that kind of beach. It's like a beach. It's like a ras. You become your ras. Your taste is in austerities and the pride of it. That's what it's not this. This you just come here because it's here, because it's been given. It's one of these anomalies. It's unusual. It's uncommon to see what's here. It's uncommon to hear this word. This word didn't come out of Prabhupada's mouth, even though he was part of this line. Okay? But this word is coming out of this mouth on the order of the Parampara, on his order, actually, as his approval, even. See, we have a high approval rating, even though it comes from one person. See, but that one person is the real guru. See, that's all I need is approval from the one that's in charge. I don't need a bunch of neophytes telling me what to do and what not to do. I just need the approval rating of the Parampara, which I have here, and Krishna too. That's what makes this fly. This was Arjuna's. That was his thing. He said, all I need is Krishna on my side, who is alive. All I need is Krishna, and that's good enough for me. Win or lose, doesn't matter. I got the Lord on my side. That's all I want. And that's the same thing here. As long as I have the Lord on my side, that's the main thing. And we'll probably win against huge odds. Why? Because he's the Lord, man. All comes from him. All you got is what comes out of the golden goose out there in this world. That's all that world has. They got all they got all the technologies, right? All the demons can use the technology. They got everything that comes from the golden goose, man. I got the golden goose. There's a lot to be said about that. All that stuff is coming from there. I got the goose. He's going to goose you guys somehow or other. He's going to win. He always does. He's the protector of the universe. Okay? So we're under his protection. All we do is publicly. See, this is Lord Chaitanya's mood, is to publicly give that shelter to others, whoever would take it. You want to be happy? You want your universal miseries that everybody has, that even George Soros with all his money and Bill Gates with all their money and Fauci's and Trump's and everything, they still have universal miseries and binging on them, but real devotees don't. No, because the Lord has taken our miseries away, and more so. That's why you see it's progressive here. You get out of it. A lot of people, they get on a spiritual path and they get these stuff coming up, man. They can't get rid of it. It's endless. Never reach an end. Here, you reach an end. You may have a whole lot of shit that you've carried and picked up from your incarnations, but it's going to go, and it's going to go faster than anywhere else. because of the power of Lord Chaitanya in his process. He brought the most powerful thing. Yeah. Yeah, what else we got? Great verse, huh? I love this verse. So true. True, 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 true blue. And he brings the process of pure devotion to himself. See? Why are people going against what we're doing? Well, we're bringing the process of pure devotion to Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. What is wrong with that? You know, he brought it and we bring it again. You have to. Somebody's got to bring it again. It has to be revived because people forgot. They forgot it's important. We're back to square one in a sense. Back then, he meets Tattavadis like these are like the ISKCON devotees and Gaudiya Smriti and Gaudiya Math devotees now. They have faith in the name, but not faith in the devotion. That's here. See or shown every day. So I have to make comments on it. You know, to jog people's understanding and memory. That's why I got to repeat the histories so we know where we come from. People don't know. You Vaishnavas don't know where it's all coming from. You don't know your own history. You're reading the book, but you don't hear it. You don't see it. And you'll see it when you hear it from a devotee who uncorks the bottle of champagne, which are these books written by Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta and Bhakti Vinod and all of these things. You need the waiter. They come and they uncork it. They got the corkscrew. You can't take the cork out, obviously. Proof is in the pudding. Where's the wine, man? The wine of devotion, the new wine. Now, where is it? You know, where's the real history revival? Where's the revival where history is now a new fact and not, well, it's history. Well, it was then, you know, devotion and all that. We don't even know what it is now. See, the Lord came to bring the process of pure devotion to himself, and we're bringing it again because it needs to be brought again. It's been put in our hands. What is that process? It's sadhu sangha, man, being around devotees who are already awakened with this bhakti, with this devotion. There's no other process. It's not by renunciation. I'll quote the verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's not by renunciation, austerities, and pious deeds, and mantra chanting. Even chanting Hare Krishna with a bunch of offenses you can't get over because you don't know how to get over them. You need the devotee who steps over those obstacles for you and comes to you. See? It's through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion, and that's what you see here. Okay? There you go. There's the process, man. There, can't you follow it? What, you can't understand that, Acharya Dave? Jayapataka? Or whoever else is out there, or ministers? This applies universally. Universal truth applies to everybody. Christians, Muslims, what? You want to up-level your devotion out of just piety and name and renunciation and fasting like the Pharisees and all these other Brahmins and sannyasis in the Varnashram. You want to up-level it? Well, we're here to teach the process again. Revive what has been forgotten. This is how the line is reestablished again. People don't even know what is a real line. Oh, well, he was initiated by Prabhupada. I guess he's in the real line. Oh, these GBC clerks, they stamp, rubber stamp of approval. You know, like you go to a mundane organization, they give you a stamp and some material stamp, gives you a material position, and they do that spiritually too. Where's the divine authority? The divine authority is this bhakti, man. It shows you know something about God. Well, you don't know anything much. You only know about his name. External bhakti, external stuff. It ain't enough. You got to go deep, man. Penetrate. Takes real love to do that, doesn't it? How do you get to know anybody intimately and where you got to have some love for friends, right? Love for your children, get to know them, right? Love for husband or wife, you get to know them better. Oh, you think it's different with God? No, same thing. Only more important. Because this ain't really real. It's only real for a time and then it goes. You get another body, another mind, another brain. You forget all about this here. You forget about all those little cute children you love so much. You forget about your little mother that you love so much. They're gone, man. And sometimes they get Alzheimer's in this life and they go, who are you? You get a little preview of what it is. Who are you? There's some movies made about this. People they've been with all that, and it's like, who are you? I don't know you. Get away from me. Well, we've been bonded together for all our lives. I don't know you. That's the reality of the situation. You get a little peek, preview. Your whole life is a big friggin' lie. Oh, too much truth? Because we're not this. It's just the temple for the spirit, man. Temple for the Lord, his name to be, and his feeling. Love for devotion to Krishna. Living in this temple is immortality, freedom from the universal miseries. Lord, live it. Why should he? If he's not unhappy, why should you be? Because he's living close to you, man. Living in your temple. Why should you? I mean, doesn't it make sense? The Lord's now, he's in your temple, alive and kicking. It's come out of the womb into the heart. Why should you be miserable? Living with God, man. You open your mouth, you call him, you glorify him, and he's there. He likes to hear about himself. I don't know why, man. Is that false ego? The Lord likes to hear about himself. Well, it just works. You talk about the Lord, whether it's like Jesus said, I'm the way, the life, and the truth. No one comes to the Father except through me. And if you go, that's a big false ego. What is this? Yeah, but those who do that, those who listen to his word and go through him, get God. So, hey, man, it works. It's real. So what does it matter that he was, it's your fault. You don't believe in that truth. See, same thing, with the Lord. Bhagavad Gita is all, I'm the Lord, and if people say, well, I don't believe, well, no faith, no good in. No faith in the real process. See, we're here. Lord came to teach the real. See, not the fake process, not a replica. The real process. Now, the real process is not if you don't want the many lifetime teaching. The real process is not going through the gurus who have not the spirit of devotion, pure love of God in their heart. That is not, let me say this 3 times, not the real process. Ask Shamaguri. I mean, they may get you to a point realizing, oh, this is not the real process. This maybe have gotten me a little bit on on the path a little bit, but this is not see, I'm here to teach the real process, not the many lifetime process. You want the many lifetime process? Go to Narayan Maharaj. Go to Jayapataka and ISKCON. You want many lifetimes? Go there. You want the straight out truth, man, to get your universal misery destroyed. You want to look like these devotees in ecstasy, showing feelings that you don't see in this world because they're from the spiritual world. Now they're qualified to enter the spiritual world because they're already there, here. There's no place to go, no back to Godhead. They're satisfied with pure devotional service wherever the Lord puts them. And they may even say, well, Lord, keep me with you. Let me go on Sankirtan with you or without you, but you always be there, even though people can't see you, just like here. Even though my people can't see my Lord, he's with me. He stays with me. We have this pact, covenant. Lord, I'll stay with you, you stay with me. Okay. You can have that covenant too, because win-win here. Don't think we're like Bill Gates and Soros and all those guys, win, lose, deceive you into doing their will and become a slave. No, we don't function in that Maya, man. We're here to destroy the universal miseries with the truth. Set people with the truth free, right? Give it freely too. Oh yeah, no, many lifetime preaching here. No. Just come here, just listen for a while, and you'll see this is the most logical path to take. This is the most powerful path to take. This is the greatest path to take. This is the greatest ecstasy, and happiness is right here. You'll just see it, man. If you have any bit of a brain. Some people are just a little retarded. They've been here around a long time. They're just a little retarded. Okay, just stick around. You'll hopefully somehow get the faith. If you want it. If you're tired of being miserable, yeah. Faithful people aren't miserable here. Look at Janaki. He's very happy. Man. Happy because she has faith in the real process, faith in real devotees. That simple, my friends. That easy. Or that impossible. Impossible is you just don't have faith. Hang around faithful devotees. Observe the witnesses. Observe those who have some faith in this. You don't even have to have a full out faith, just even a little bit, just, let me check it out thing. Yeah, Freddie too. Happy retard. See, we bring forward what was in the past, the past history. It needs to be. That's why history is there. There's an old saying, if you learn from history, you won't repeat it, because usually history is pretty friggin' bad. But if you learn from history here, it'll be a repeat, and it's a great repeat. It's such a repeat that it's fresh. It's ever fresh repeat. It's the repeat of devotion to Krishna, but it'll always be ever fresh, ever new. Everything becomes newer, just like the Bhagavatam. It says, it was spoken by Shukadev. Shukadev is an esoteric truth. It means the parrot. A parrot picks into a ripened fruit already, it gets sweeter. There you go. That's a Bhagavatam. That's why this is going on here. This is more sweet, more interesting, more different, more fresh, but it's from a past history that worked. That was a great blessing to the world. This is what Christianity is about. About Jesus, this great personality that came here by history, and they make it you live it again, and it becomes even sweeter. So Lord Chaitanya brought it. We just make people aware of the past history and show it how it applies to our modern day situation. Apply it. Integrate it. Show that it really did work then, because it was working now. My miseries are going, man. So the bottom line is, are your miseries going with these gurus? Just ask yourself a question. Just be honest with yourself. Are they going with any path you're following? Are they going, like I see these people, they're miserable. I say, well, who do you have? Well, Fauci is truly trying to help us. Now, how are you feeling? Oh, miserable. See, people don't even know how to evaluate their own experience. This is what Maya does. It makes you unable to even think straight. See, straight thinking, logic. That's what I've been preaching, is to help people think straight. Discern what's really going on, what's really important, what's unimportant, what's real, what's unreal. See, that's called, having your ignorance destroyed by the word of truth, of where things really are. What, there's a God that can destroy our universal miseries? Yes, there is. We're the proof. You can look at it. Some people have this intelligence. One guy, I think I even put his thing on there because it's good. Talked about vibration, and you look at the person and see the vibration. How are they vibrating? There's one guy who's really into money, something, and I was listening to him. He's talking about how great this Bitcoin is, and I'm checking out his vibration, and just even being around is like, wow, the guy's miserable. And everybody's listening to him, oh, money, the guy's wealthy and everything, but his vibration was like, I said, it's enough of that. I was feeling miserable just listening to this guy. See, people, they don't know. They're looking at the external. He's Guru Dave. Wow. Yeah, yeah. And they don't feel the vibrations coming from the Guru Dave. Is it uplifting? Is it real? You got to look like then you see, what effect is it having on you? Well, you're down, and you're just external and all that stuff. People don't, yeah. And well, I have a Guru Dave. Yeah, how do you feel? I don't know, a bit miserable. See, this is how Maya works. This is the lie of the world. It's a vibrational thing. That's why people, they come here and they tell me, because they have faith in what we're doing, if they do, is my chanting is getting great, man. I just love to hear about the Lord. I love to chant his verses, whatever your forte is, or I love to worship the deity now more. Whatever you want to do in devotional service becomes better. It's the way it's supposed to be, by association. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a look and scenes because your eyes are looking and you're looking at the facial features of a person in there, and so you also can perceive it. I mean, it depends how aware and awake you are, or how dumbed down you are by what these guys do to you. This faith in big pharmas and all that stuff. Faith in illusion is a curse. We're here. I mean, they help people to get faith in the name, faith in this process, faith in these devotees, and you see your life gets better. Proof is in the pudding. Your happiness gets better. Okay, let's see here. This is one verse, man. This is the next one. Applauded by the best of the Brahmin community within those lands, comprising of Navadvip. Sri Hari dwelt happily in the home of his father, giving him great happiness. See, our line is so deep, it reveals all these esoteric truths. See, the Lord was happy with his father. We're kind of like the father. See, we're also like the Lord was the gardener and the bestower of its fruits and everything. We're like that too. We're the empowered version. We're like the father of Krishna, in the sense, right? We father Krishna. First, the father is the spiritual masters. They father Krishna in you. They mother Krishna in you, right? They nurture, they father, they cause it to awaken, cause the Lord to awaken. Okay? Okay? And then you're awakened now, and now you're like the father and mother of Krishna. See, you engage in the process of devotional service to nourish your bhakti, right? You get up there and you read on Facebook Live, you chant the holy name. You're fathering and mothering Krishna now, isn't that? See, all this stuff is about you. You didn't know that, did you? About see, now you're alive. See, now when you're alive, I can use words like it's about you. See, you spiritual person now, awakened person, about you, because I'm talking to a real person now and not the false ego. See? It's about you fathering and mothering God. You're like in Vrindavan now. You're doing what Mother Yashoda and Mother Nanda Maharaj did. Fathering Krishna. That's part of you're making Krishna happy, right? You always want to make your child happy. Isn't that what mothers and fathers do? Keep the kid happy, buy them lots of toys. Isn't that's their life, is to go into Toys R Us. Boy, even that word's part from Krishna. Toys are us. Toys are him. He likes toys. He likes to play. You got to play with Krishna now, even when you're awakened. So I'm talking to you, awakened souls, because you're real. There's no problem with talking to the yous of the world here now. But if you're you in the false ego, let's not even think about that one. Let's just distinguish it. See, it's all about you nurturing Krishna now, because you're Krishna's father and mother. He was born from your womb there, and your belly's come up into your heart, man, into your mind. Now you have big responsibility to nourish that person, to keep an eye on him. See, like you keep an eye on your child, like you're always looking at everything. You ever see? I see these mothers are always looking around. Where's my? Because they're restless. The children. See, it's Krishna. He's also. Always, so you got to always keep an eye on him. You notice? You got to do the job. Did you know that? Where did you ever hear this kind of preaching? I've never heard it myself. I mean, this is all spontaneous, man. This is all these gifts from God. These revelations. That's why I come every day as a new revelation, something new, a new spin on the truth. It's like going to you do the spin, and wait to win. But here it's always a lucky seven. We come here to do the spin, and no loser, never lose here. In the world you gamble, you want to win, right? And feel that Ross of winning. Here I just do the spin, man. Spin, and every time it goes in the lucky seven, lucky seven, lucky seven, lucky seven. Winner again. Came to Sadhu Sangha and spun the wheel and comes in seven again. All right, man, we got to win there. Some wealth here, some store of wealth. See, applauded by the best of the Brahmin community. Within those lands, see, the best of the Brahmin community was his Brahmin devotees. They're the best. And if you weren't the best, you'd be like the ones who said to Advaita, oh, get rid of Haridas. Can you imagine get rid of Haridas because he's a Muslim? They were so caste-oriented. They wanted to excommunicate Advaitacharya out of their community, and that was a big thing. You have no standing in the community. Can you imagine living in a village? People did it for life. They used to live in their village. Even Advaita lived in his village for life. It's a big thing in there. It's like you're part of your identity. Oh, we're going to excommunicate. You're going to be like a person, with disdain. They're going to look at you because it's associated with Haridas. This is caste system, caste view. See? Very mundane material. And Advaita said, oh, I know, you can see devotees are independent because they're in truth, man. The truth, they live in truth, man. Their life is truth. And the truth of what? Haridas? You have that view. That is really ignorant. You know what? This is what I do. Haridas, I do the same thing. I do it with these gurus. And I said, let's make the comparison now. This Haridas is better than 10 million of you gurus. And I'll say the comparison right now so people really get it. Lalita Ganga and those who chant, or Johan like that, in that kind of ecstasy, or even River, they're better than 10 million of these sannyasis and Brahmins and gurus in ISKCON or any of those groups that don't have that kind of devotion that you see here. Yeah. That's a past history and that's a current event now. Isn't it nice to be in current events? Well, that was a past history. Haridas was an ecstatic chanter. He laughed, he cried, just like a Lalita Ganga laughs and cries, like rivers laughing and crying, just like even there. She's part of the family of real people. See? Real people here. Ha. And you're a false person. You're not real until this devotion. You're crippled. You're ignorant if you don't love this kind of bhakti. So Advaita said, my Haridas, he's an ecstatic devotee with tears coming from his eyes, chanting in ecstasy, showing he has love for God, man. He's better than 10 million of you Brahmins. Oh, yeah, go away. I don't care about you. I'll just take one Haridas. Is better association than 10 million of you fault finders. You dry persons. Don't have wet eyes with ecstatic love of worshiping Krishna and that kind of intimacy. Oh, he's better than 10 million associates. See? That's a devotee. That's here. That's the current event now. See? That's how valuable real history is. When it's real, it's eternal. It applies to now also. We're here for those histories so that we can repeat them. And that'll be when you repeat them, they're always ever fresh and always more beautiful, more interesting, more understanding comes. That's when it's transcendental. It's like that, man. That's why our classes are better every day. I mean, has to be. You have to be in the internal potency. It has to be working through you. Yeah, we might have some off days depending on the body, the temple. Is not always. See, best of the Brahmin community. That's these devotees who were Brahmins like Srivas, but they could recognize. See, they apply. Oh, Lord Chaitanya. But the person who wasn't the best was Devananda Pandit, right? He didn't applaud Lord. He didn't even care about it. He might even been criticizing him. So he wasn't applauded. And if you don't applaud where devotional potency is, you're useless, man. You're not worthy to even read the Bhagavatam. That's why until these persons applaud what is going on here, which is a revival of what happened 550 years ago, they will not they will be like a Devananda Pandits. And the Lord says, oh, your book, your Bhagavatam preaching is useless. You can't even purify yourself or anybody else simply because you don't applaud where a real bhakti is. You don't give respect to it. I give respect to even my own disciples who have this bhakti. I don't care what little thing you see. What you think I'm looking? I look like the Lord looks. He's looking at, wow, God. I'm living in this temple, man. And I don't what this person is going through, the getting stuff out. Well, I'm here. Everybody here, you should be looking. Don't be blocking other people where God is living. That's foolishness, man. It's not smart. You don't have to teach God a lesson. God is living in the person. He'll deal with it. You might need to take a little distance because you can't understand it. That's another thing. Yeah. Comprising of Navadvip. Sri Hari dwelt happily in the home of his father, giving him great happiness. So you see, when you're the father and mother of Krishna now, when Krishna is born, because you're following the real process here, you're learning real devotional principles. Isn't that amazing? All that work they're doing in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smita Gaudiya Math is for them to, in some lifetime, you can get it now if you somehow get the intelligence to come and listen here. Is to have the birth of Krishna because of you have midwives here who are very expert in delivering the baby, man. Okay, so the baby's delivered, and now you're a father and mother. Larry, get your cigar out. You're a father and mother of Krishna. And he dwell. How do you know you've really fathered Krishna and mothering Krishna? How do you know? Oh, you get great happiness from this baby. Right, River? Isn't that the way it is? Karuna sitting there. Ooh, look, you did it again. I like getting confirmations, man. I like that we got more than one person on the page, Lord Chaitanya's page. Giving great happiness. And see, this is not a lie. This is not a bluff. This is what is your experiencing having this birth of Krishna in you? Does this Lord give you great happiness? Can you tell that River is getting great happiness from her Lord? This Krishna point isn't that a symptom of uncommon? What do you say? Look at their head back like this, laughing and tasting this nectar. It looks like a happy experience to me. What do you think, guys out there? Well, I don't know. We never see people in our group. I don't know if this is Vaishnava. We never see any Vaishnavas looking like that. That's right. You haven't seen. This is the new thing. This is going to go viral. Why not? This is persons that are fathering and mothering God. Look, this is the extraordinary happiness you see. This is reality eternal. This is going to go on forever for her. You watch. Sure, you'll see her in another year laughing like this, maybe even more. Crying, laughing. You'll see her in the next year, crying and laughing. As long as she doesn't leave Krishna, Krishna will not leave her. As long as she doesn't leave the association of real devotees, go outside the circle. I mean, it's not a bad thing. He said, no, you want to keep this bhakti going, right? You want it to continue. Because look at the river of Maya. You ever go in you're standing out looking at the Ganges River, right? And it's flowing, right? This is Maya. Maya is like that, flowing strong. You're on the bank, man, safe. See, you're on the bank and it's safe. But you go into that flow, see, that's until you get really strong. And then even when you get really strong, why would you want to leave? Nobody wants to. You could be strong like Lalita Ganga and her bhakti and all that. But why? She doesn't want to leave. She comes, she likes it. See, that's a devotee. They like to be around other devotees, man. It's not a thing, well, thank you, like this Christina. Well, thank you very much. Now I can go on my own, and then I'll even criticize you. Ooh, boy, that's really that's like Lord Shiva. Or Mina, yeah, thank you very much. Now I'm going, yeah, and then they start. Okay. We're only the little atom size. Coming here is the atom smasher. The atom smasher. Yeah, yeah. But Maya is the atom smasher. You go outside the circle, man. It smashes you down, man. Makes you flat like a pancake. He then studied the scriptures in the 6 branches of the Vedas. Hmm. See, and then once he's born in you, you think you're studying it, but actually when you're looking, he's studying the scripture for him. It's like learning. He likes to forget that he likes to think that you're his father and mother. You're educating him by showing him the scripture. these verses. I'm showing Krishna, educating him. Because the father and mother, their duty is to educate the son. He wants, and the Lord loves the scriptures, man. It's his life and soul. So I gotta point his, this nose into these scriptures. Because he's the one who knows them. No one else knows as the scriptures except the Lord. You got to put his nose into scriptures. He wants to study them. He just wants to look at them, and he's got an immediate. He knows. He remembers the essence of all of it. Oh yeah, Facebook is getting choppy. Okay, I'll switch to my phone. But actually, let's see if it smooths out. Sometimes it's so keep an eye on it, Karuna. Yeah, the relationship, Madhusudana and everybody else, between a devotee and the Lord. No, he knows. See, I don't know. I only know what he informs. That's how it works. He's the intelligence. See, devotees only feel they possess. They are possessionless in that sense. Their only possession is the Lord. They feel their Lord is their prize. Everything comes and goes. Money comes and goes. Sometimes followers come and go, unless they're really dedicated. Yeah. Well, you see, all that stuff comes in due course. They're too good. Just it's good to wish it. That's the desire. You see, the desire for this bhakti is what makes it work. I really want this, and if you have faith, you see, on due course it'll all come. All right, you know what? Let's take a half-hour break and come back. About 30 minutes, and I'll come back for a little bit more. Thank you very much, everybody. See you soon.